It's Thursday night. All ye critters, come join us. It's time to continue our plan. There is magic and mystery from darkness. Our friendship will rise. But one thing's for sure, we never give up on the fight. Oh, get ready. It's Thursday night.
So, last we left off, Bell's Hells, after returning from Ruidus and reuniting with their old friend Dorian Storm, are in the final throes of gathering what information, power, and allies they and the rest of Exandria can before trying to stop Ludinus Deleth and the Rui Vanguard through their alliance with the entities that control Cravirus in the service of Ruidus from releasing Predathos, the God Eater. After speaking with Keyleth and the Exandrian Accord, the alliance of all those who are wanting to stop those responsible for this, you were given, through a series of connections, an escort who had some experience in these ruins. They had a lead on someone who is a member of the Cerberus Assembly, who might know exactly where in these ruins, or at least lead you in the direction of these ruins where Ludinus may be. Then, you headed towards the city through teleportation, the city of Zadash in the Dwendalian Empire, getting to the exterior of an interesting little bookshop and a trinket shop known as Chastity's Nook, selling all sorts of knickknacks, decor, and very wonderful, smutty, romantic books. You were led to the back room where one of the more recent employees, Irma, had been sitting and reading a book. As this escort mage had spoke a phrase that Bryn says his regards, immediately tension in the room built in what seemed to be a rapid-paced wizard battle, all of you which rushing in and throwing whatever you can to subdue this figure. In the midst of this fray, your escort, this mage, threw down a anti-magic shell which dispelled the illusion on your target and themselves, revealing themselves to be a dark elf mage of some esteem, and your target being an individual known as Astrid Beck, a member of the Cerberus Assembly and the Archmage of civil influence. Essek looks amongst the people in the room around him. Well, friends, what do we need to know beyond where he may be doing his dealings? Astrid, do you know where Ludinus is? Do you know what he's up to? Do you know how we can find him? As she kind of sits there, held at bay by a number of you. Just kind of grits her teeth for a bit. I know Ludinus and his cohorts have been working on something in private. Reallocating resources and dealing directly with foreign factions in secret. Now, I kept my nose mostly clean of the entire affair, and would never have expected his plotting to be so universally disastrous. Knowing the world's sight now falls squarely upon the Assembly. Following the solstice, that is why I went into hiding. I am not in league with him. I am not part of his plan. But I do know that he had spent the better part of the last 5 years within and around the Genesis Ward and beyond. I managed to get a name once from an associate who took a shine to me within his project's outskirts. He mentioned something called the Occultist Thalamus. So, if you're going to look for him, or those who work with him, that might be the place to start.
I don't want to pry. First of all, Essek, may I say, great look. Are you of the dynasty?
Not anymore. I am myself.
Can you help me understand some basics? I was under the impression that the assembly had withdrawn to the north. Is there still a presence here? Or...
As far as what I've heard, all of the assembly after the solstice vanished.
Wow.
It is believed that some work and operate within the vanguard. Others, I'm sure, are either helping in secret, trying to avoid persecution like this one by association.
Are they all as powerful as Ludinus?
You see Astrid go, in our own ways, maybe. As he goes, no. Not like him. He is a particularly focused individual. It's interesting, in politics, it's the ones that are holding quiet power that I worry about the most. The hardest to read. You have to understand, when all of this happened, I think those who are aligned with him had been aligned for a while. The rest of us were left in a lurch, with all eyes looking upon us. That is why I flew the coop, as they say. People assume the assembly is a very tight-knit group. Truth is, we all exist, smiling and dealing with handshakes, but everyone's working against each other.
So no insight on what makes him tick, or any soft underbelly.
I think that's what scares me the most about him. He's always been gentle and present and amiable, diplomatic. I think that's why the court has trusted him as long as they have. Is there anything else you wish to say for yourself, Astrid?
Is there any other help you can give us? Any kind of hint that will help us in our fight against Ludinus?
Because there's a storm coming and it's going to rain on you just as much as us.
As a member of the Assembly, it is important to try and look for any sort of weaknesses in the other members, in case any of them go a bit sour or come for you. Some of them are easier to read than others. Ludinus has always been extremely challenging to read. But there was one little quirk I've been noticing. Not always, but every now and then, he would have an itch. A recurring little itch. Right around the back of his neck. Now, I have my theories. Perhaps it was an illness. Perhaps some sort of challenged echo of his experimentations. I do not know.
Maybe like a heat rash. Because it's a common place to get it.
Seafood allergy.
Yeah, that's true.
But there was one time when he saw that I noticed him. And he shot me such a glare.
This is interesting.
So, perhaps he's just embarrassed. But this is the first time I ever saw him, for just a brief moment, look like he showed his cards.
Essig.
Who?
My man. With the hair.
You can just call me Essig, please.
The hella good hair. The Genesis Ward. Do you know where that is? I admit, I've been a lot of places. Isocross is not one of them.
I do, actually. I've been there before.
Oh.
He goes ahead and kind of like washes his hand through the air. You can feel almost like this, a stale scent to the very vibration around you. pass. And Astrid immediately throws up an illusion and retakes the form of Irma. Essex puts on his illusion once more and kind of steps out of the back chamber. You can see Iva standing there like, everything all right? I heard there was a commotion.
Oh, yeah, we were just fine.
It's fine. Just really enthusiastic about the porn.
Best of friends.
All right, you step out, and as it kind of stands there looking at the rest of you, you said you also need supplies, perhaps?
We have a few things we need to take care of in town, if that's okay.
Certainly. I recommend bringing cloaks, getting heavy furred boots, anything to wear over yourselves to keep yourselves extremely warm, because it will be very cold.
I had an epiphany this morning when I woke up, and thank God we found you.
Yeah.
So, I'm fucked up right now. I'm kind of pretending that none of it happened, but it's been a weird 24 fucking hours, and going into a place like this, even if you think your head's in the game, your head is not in the game. I've learned that the hard way several times. So, we have a thing that we used to do, for those of us who came out of the Grimoire Academy, where we would take that part of yourself that you had just lost, that person who filled the thing in, and we would attempt to recreate that as best we could as kind of a emotional patch. And we did this with art. So, I'm gonna go make a new fucking jacket. It is time. It's time to start over. New jacket for FCG. It's the best way I found to carry someone with you. I want a new piece of fucking clothing.
I'm with you.
Hello and welcome to the Emerald Curtain. You are looking to purchase something, yes?
Yes, we would like to look at your stuff and also maybe order some custom goods.
No maybe to there. We're looking for some new clothes. We recently went through a little bit of the thing where clearly we're musicians. We have a friend who just went, sadly shuffled off, no longer be with us.
Well, I'm terribly sorry to hear that.
I would appreciate that. We want to do something to sort of honor our friend.
Memorialize it.
And we're going to also be traveling to some interesting environments going north. We're not used to the cold. We're also going to need matching cloaks. Do we want to do matching cloaks?
We're looking at about 235 gold pieces.
Would some extra coin help with the rush at all?
This was with the rush included.
Outstanding, 235 it is.
I mean, extra coin means we might be able to call in some favors from others.
We need it by the morn.
By the morning.
250, here you go. Poker chip shuffle.
Yes, yes. By the morning, we shall work through the twilight. Thank you for coming. The Emerald Curtain appreciates your
He's gonna close shop and fucking run.
I think now it's to a magic shop unless I...
Head to market?
Gotta get some celibate.
Potions.
Okay, to the Pentamarket. There, you immediately are met with the smell of numerous snacks and foods. There are street carts. Many of them still closed, but a handful that are still open and trying to call in the populace. You can see there's a kind of air of attempting to recapture the bustle of a thriving city, eventually coming to the exterior of a building that a few of the purveyors here send you towards. It is a 2-floor, kind of dark green painted wooden structure with like a lattice window on both front, and a sign across the front in gold lettering that reads, The Invulnerable Vagrant.
Oh my...
Did you forget?
Dude, I
totally forgot.
Really?
You didn't know that was the roll-up?
I forgot.
Oh man, I've been waiting for this.
Oh my gosh.
As you step within the door, which is closed, but it's not locked, you open it up and a little bell kind of rings, ding, 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 as you enter. Within the corridor, you can see there are tables and cabinets. A figure steps from one of like the side halls or pockets at the sound of the bell and looks in. You see a tall, fearbog man with kind of like a grayish furred, like gray-blue furred face. What looks to be wearing like a leather apron over a, this would be like like a teal blue work tunic, like kind of gold bracelets around his wrists, a curly mop of like in a brown hair with a bit of like gray kind of pressured through it. Big smile on his face with kind of a ruddy bovine-like nose and the ears that kind of fold out to the side a bit. Looks past. Oh, hey, yeah, sorry, it's been a bit. Welcome. What can we do you for?
Yeah, we're heading out on maybe something that could be a bit dangerous, and are looking for
Adventurers? Well, it's been a minute. Yeah. We're
Oh my god.
kinda have a lot of things out on loan because of the recent chaos, but we do have.
It's the chaos. I keep hearing like oblique references. What happened here in town?
Oh boy, yeah. You aren't from around here, are you?
No, sir.
Okay, yeah. We had a big. Do you know the area well at all?
No.
Another figure comes in. Looks exactly like the first, just in the slightly different attire. Goes like, "Whoa, we got customers? Oh yeah, no, hold on, we're having a story. Just hold back a second. If you want to grab, they're adventures, by the way. You want to grab anything that might be helpful in that regard? We still got it in stock, not partially enchanted, completed projects. Yeah, I got you. No worries."
What is
And
happening?
it goes ahead and heads to the back.
Was that other person the same as you?
The symbol?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I should have introduced myself. I'm Pumat Sol. The other one comes out. I'm also Pumat Sol. You hear a voice muffled upstairs. I'm also Pumat Sol. Hold on. Emerging from the second floor comes down another one who is now carrying what looks like a bunch of sword blanks, and goes and sets them onto the side. Sorry, I don't know if you hear me. I'm also Pumat Sol. They all kind of look at each other. The first one was talking to you. Pumat Prime is actually currently on out and about getting materials. Yeah, the progenitor.
Yes, are you like a sibling, a clone, a magic?
Yeah, more of that one. Technically,
I said three things. The last one?
the correct term is simulacrum.
Simulacrum.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
We fought one.
You did?
Yeah.
You've done so much since I've been gone.
That was.
Well, I'm
that
sure
was-
you were doing
yes.
some shit.
That's right. That's what snowed in
Yes.
us was.
Ah.
Are you made of snow?
He's a simulacrum.
Technically, yeah.
What?
Oh.
Anyway, so we got customers.
Whatever you have in stock.
God, my goodness, we're running pretty ragged at the moment. I got a couple of things here. And he sets what looks like 7 different vials on the counter. At this point, the other Pumats come down and grabbing a few things, start setting down like some, looks like a set of leather armor, and goes, "All right, that's good." Takes another piece, looks at it. "No, this isn't finished. All right, I'll put that back." And you see they're trying to sift through what's like mid-enchantment, what is completed enchantment, and what has been kind of not sent out in recent endeavors. And when it pulls back this leather armor, you see is this kind of a beautiful set of like heavy-studded leather that has kind of like a gentle kind of green-blue kind of curved inlay into it, and there is a rune emblazoned on the chest that looks like an arcane symbol for, you would recognize it as part of the Ashar symbols for wind. There is also a beautiful kind of dark gray robe with kind of silver inlay, long sleeves, and there is a jet black rune that is kind of woven into the material on the back. And then the third thing they pull out that seems to be finished is a beautiful harp, this like wide harp that has 10 strings across the side. And it has like almost like a gripped handle on one side of it. All right, is that all we got? Yeah, about 2 weeks we should have some more supplies coming in and we'll have more finished. But if you're looking to show off soon, this is what we got at our disposal.
Can you give us a, a
heavier-
little lowdown?
Finish one. Ah, yeah, all
Heavy
right.
stuff leather.
They start like laying it out here. All right, so well, attuned to this robe, the wearer, it seems to give them more of a sturdy magical defense capability, as well as keeping her mind a little clear when it comes to,
unwanted charms or fright that can grab your brain in the midst of things. The cool part, though, is when the rune on the back is activated, because that gives you about a full minute of enhanced magical prowess.
What about this heavy-studded, greenish-bluish leather armor with the little scribble on it?
Yeah, this is the Zephyr armor. This was actually specifically enchanted by what do you call it? An ambassador of the Ashari from Taldore.
Oh.
This we didn't make. This kind of fell into our hands. It's kind of an antique from about 100 or so years ago. But this here is, while wearing it, kind of makes you a little more nimble while you're moving around, helps you keep out of harm to a certain degree. This has another rune on it to invoke or activate, but it's a different kind of magic. This one can call the very winds to your aid for a minute to help either, you can get creative in your mind.
And
Well
that
priced.
final.
The harp?
The harp.
Yeah. So it's an
harp of
elegant
death
piece. It's
you're
beautiful. This one, the magic has been attuned to yourself. It kind of invokes you with the capability of a fine musician.
I love autotune.
Makes you kind of automatically teaches you how to play it. It's kind of incredible. Watch this. And he kind of picks up the harp. I'm not attuned to it. Can't show you.
Oh my god.
But here's the cool thing. Watch this. Hey, Pumat. Any one of them arrows over there? I go, oh yeah, sure. Gives it to him. Takes the harp. Pulls the arrow into the strings, and you watch as all 10 strings kind of buckle against. Like
It's
a
a
foot from
bow
Ashton's
harp.
head into the wall.
That's fucking dope.
That just fucking
It's
cool.
cool.
And what's cool, pay attention, and when you look where the arrow as it impacted, the wood around it kind of cracked, almost like there was a slight
Burst.
burst of energy, and you hear this like through the side of your
Thunder.
neck, like there was a burst of like tiny thunder.
I'm gonna walk.
You should get that.
I'm gonna walk around behind the group to Orem, kind of like lean over and be like, "You like that chest piece, don't you? I see you watching it."
It's an antique from home.
I know. I saw it in your eyes. If you want it. And then I'm gonna reach in my pouch, and this is no shit. I'm gonna take out everything I've had since EXU season 1, which is everything but my 22 silver, and I'm gonna give Orem 2,500 gold.
Wow.
It's every last piece I have.
That's all your money? You just
That's
gave
it.
Orem all your money?
That's it.
That's too much.
That's cute.
It's also practical. It's the only thing I can afford. Listen, you're not getting the Gucci bag, okay?
Yeah. You're getting the Gucci wallet.
But only if you want it.
We sold. Handshakes. Let's go in. The three
right.
Pumats go around shaking all of your hands, like, all right, good game. Well done. Good luck.
I catch Dorian by the pinky. Thank you. You didn't have to.
Oh,
Thank you.
yeah, sure. I just like to see you happy. All of us. This is a good trip.
It's a nice challenge. Huh. Good trip.
Well, do we have enough money to buy
somewhere?
it in? Yeah.
Yeah, what do we have left?
I have some gold left that was just little change gold.
Yeah.
We also have
room.
we also have our patron, who I'm sure will be more than happy to keep us somewhere quiet, safe, and comfortable, so that we don't get them in trouble or embarrass them.
So, it seems you've been quite successful in your endeavors, yes?
We spent all our money.
Good. You won't need it where we're going.
We do, on the other hand, need somewhere to sleep, something to eat, something to drink, and I think also any way to actually relax for probably what may be the last time in our lives.
There are a few possible places here. Come with me. I'll show you. As Essek Incognito leads you to the edge of the Pentamarket, looking for a place to stay, the first place you stumble upon, the name of the locale is the Lodge of the Eclipse. Yes. It is quite a decent-sized inn. And you can already hear laughter and conversation from the exterior. As you step within the interior, the smell hits you before anything else. This floor is deeply ale-stained. mixed with the smell of bodies. And it is, fairly crowded here. Essek kind of, leading the way over towards the edge. There's the folks that are running the bar, and you can see there is like a clerk desk that leads to a staircase that heads upstairs.
Oh, right, hello there. You're looking for a place to stay for the night? We've only got maybe 2 rooms left at the moment. A lot of travellers coming through. I have to go ahead and pay a premium on that.
Essek just raises his hand to Seth and goes like, we'll take both. Whatever you have.
All right, well, we got one tiny little room here's available here on the bottom floor. We've got one of our suites actually just opened up. The patronage came to an end but earlier this day as they travel on, so quite a large room for at you there. Both of these run you together for the night's rent, or are you taking them for the week, the month?
As it's like, just for the night. Looks back at the rest of you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just for the night. The 2 keys are kind of meted up between your group as it takes them in. Hands the finer looking one that has the suite number on it and kind of holds it out.
Thank you so much. Oh.
Invigorating.
You sure you don't want to bunk with us?
I'm so absolutely sure.
I don't think you should sleep alone.
I'm fine. Trust me.
I know you're fine, but we're really fun at sleepovers.
You should at least come up and hang out for
Just for a little bit, just like
Get to know the people you're going to be leading through the middle of the snowy wasteland.
The better you know us, the better,
One drink?
And you can see the stage is now starting to light up and the music shifting as musicians have trekked over and a couple of others have joined them at the base of it. These kind of 2 side tables. And it looks like an evening burlesque show has begun.
That's right.
As kind of the lighting shifts, Essek goes, yes, actually, I would like very much to stay with you for a conversation in your room immediately.
Immediately.
Oh, you don't want to stay in one? Okay.
I'm not really a fan of the theater.
Wait, there's a show happening right now?
Some of the folks in the tavern are like leaning over and looking, not really caring much. Some are starting to like grab their drinks and move over to.
Do you want to go get a seat in the front?
Yes.
I'm already walking.
Okay, hold on.
Just for a little bit.
Just for like a little, yeah.
I'll hang at the back with Essek.
He kind of just leans against the wall with you.
I know this seems like a rowdy bunch, but it's been a pretty trying 24 hours. I think everyone needs this.
A few beats before Essek responds. I understand more than I might have long ago. In years as of late, I've come to appreciate the necessity to carve moments of joy. I think that's maybe something those of us that live longer lives have a harder time appreciating. And as the performance is over, Essek begins to get a bit antsy. I will set my room for the evening, and then perhaps we can sit for a bit.
Wonderful. I'm gonna head upstairs.
Before you go, actually, I normally charge for this, but I heard you talk earlier, and I'm on a side mission of self-discovery. Take a look at this. I'm going to sit and I'm going to try and get it to go. I'm going to burn a rage just to get it to do something interesting.
Is this some sort of injury that you suffered earlier in your life?
Suddenly, it goes completely see-through. You can see entirely through my head in it, and one of my eyes is also completely see-through.
Strange indeed. Perhaps best not to do this in public. And kind of
It only takes 4 or 5 seconds and it goes away.
Come with me. And leads you up to the chamber where the rest of the suite has been set.
I got shit to do up there too.
As you head into the chamber, he kind of looks a bit concerned and a weird excitement to his pace. And yes, come here. I need to find the light. And takes one of the lanterns from the hallway off of the hook and just kind of sets it closely. Do you mind?
I am at your disposal, please.
Kind of grabs the edge of your chin and holds the lantern up and looks into it. What? Impossible. It's just a lantern down.
I get that a lot.
Begins moderately casting an incantation. touching the center of his forehead, and as it does, his eyes kind of light up for a moment.
Can't get weird in there, just be careful.
I have been assured not to look too deep, but... Hold on. And he goes and puts his hands together, weaves a thread in the air, and begins to, draw these, cursive-looking runes, and from it grabs the center and plucks a small, dark bead, like a pearl. And then brings it close to the side of your head, and as he does, the inside of your head begins to swirl like a storm. You feel this tickling sensation on the back of your neck and up through your head. And you, those of you who are in the room who are, if any of you are paying attention to this, since they entered the room and kind of just, as the pearl gets close to Ashton's head, these little spark-like lights begin to swirl within the glass, like a cosmic cloud of some kind is just kind of churning inside.
I think we've all just stopped what we're doing and are watching.
Yeah.
That's new.
Indeed it is. Dispels it. And
I can agitate it again if you want to see it. It's kind of random. I tend to find it sinks itself in a
Wait, are you doing anything to him? What are you doing?
Are you familiar at all with dunamis?
No. Who?
Dunamis is a particular, a pillar of esoteric magic within Exandria. It is a speciality of the Kryn dynasty, and is in essence derived from, where to begin? There is an entity believed within dynasty circles to be called the Luxon. That long ago, before the gods and spiritual elements even took this world for their own creation, divided itself amongst Exandria into a number of artifacts. These artifacts, whether or not the myth holds any particular anchor to it, are extremely powerful sources of dunamantic magic. What you have, whatever this is a unique, organic source of dunamis.
Well, and I will assume give him the long conversation from primordial blood to falling out of a window and being put back together from scraps.
And this just happened after you were reassembled?
Yeah, I woke up that way.
You are a dangerous entity.
People keep saying that.
One that is a remarkable, very unique thing that you carry with you and are part of you. I would very much like the opportunity to study this some point after all of this, should you allow me. And two, do not share this with anyone else.
I tend not to. You may be one of the first, other than these chuckle foxes.
And we don't know what the hell we're doing.
DM, I'm gonna sit and start carving.
Okay. Essek has also dropped his illusion now.
Orm drops to a knee next to you, Chet, off in the corner. Can I get into the bag?
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I reach in and pull out the Odahan blade. I don't make a big deal out of it.
We're
Which
all
one?
watching.
We know.
We're just crafting and staring.
There's two blades. Which ones do you pull?
The rapier.
Oh, yeah, the rapier-like one, the longer kind of saber.
Yeah. I'll be back.
Where are you going?
Outside, I'm getting some air.
Essek,
Yes?
I saw my mom mess with time. Does Ludinus have a lot of knowledge of this, dunamancy?
Unfortunately, quite a bit. And you see this illusion appear of a 12-sided relic, that itself kind of sparkles in a similar kind of cosmic way as your head does.
It's pretty.
This is a beacon. These are the supposed fragments of the Luxon. You do very much recall seeing something of a similar shape and design at the core of the key right before everything fired the bridge off to the moon.
I tell Essek as much.
Between the combination of Aeorian technology, Ludinus's knowledge, the sheer volume of magical power and artifacts at the Assembly's disposal, and the timing of the solstice. The fact that he's still toying with AI means that there's something he still needs.
Yeah.
There's still something there that he requires, wants. If I could assemble a few other dunamancers who can see past my previous infractions, and I have a few ideas, together we could disrupt, theoretically, the beacon that resides in the key. Now, to do so would cut the moon free and end this bridge.
Wow.
That
Yeah,
would
do
mean-
that.
That would mean nobody on or off.
Well, we sort of found a little back door onto the moon, theoretically.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe it's all about timing.
I should get to rest. I've expended quite a bit of magic getting to you, bringing us all here, and amongst other endeavors I had earlier in the day, and I would like to talk to my partner before I sleep. Have a wonderful night. Meanwhile, outside under the starry night over Zadash, stepping beyond the eclipse. Orem, what are you doing?
Orem steps out onto the cobblestones of Zadash and sees the small miniature park across the thoroughfare and goes and sits down on a bench in this little area and lays the blade across his legs, this sword that he's seen at 3 pivotal moments in his life. And just memories flash by, and of course he thinks about the day that he saw this sword run his father and his husband through. And that bleeds into watching Laudna struck down, and Fern struck down, and visions of Odahan standing over him and just robbing the life from his lungs. And he sees from his position on the ground in a cave on the moon, watching fresh cut grass erupt into light. And he thinks about all the people in this city and all the cities across Wildmount and Teldore and Isilra that don't fully understand what's coming. And he slowly steps into the Zephiratom with this blade, feeling it out. And over the next few minutes, what starts slow gets a little bit faster, and he's alone in this park and begins moving through the positions. And it gets faster and faster, and his arm is starting to ache with the weight of it for how long he is going through the motions, and he begins to sweat. And after a few minutes, he just stops, exhausted and sweating in the night, in the middle of a strange town on a continent that he has never been to. And he sees Ludinus somewhere out there. He looks at this cursed sword, raises it up, raises his arm over his head and presses the blade to his back, and little tendrils of vine crawl all over it and affix it. And Seedling and Odahan's blade rest side by side on his back. And he just stands there sweating in the cool Zadash air.
Plop, plop, plop. You feel the beginning drops of a cool rain begin to spatter across your shoulders and head. And it's been a minute since you felt her presence, but you can feel the Wild Mother touching your shoulders. You can feel that weight that presses your body down become just a little lighter as well.
I can think of 50 questions or things I want to say to her, but I don't want to ruin the moment with words. I head back in.
I think Lord now, before you continue on.
Yeah.
It's probably the last to fall asleep. And her eye catches Odahan's sword on the back of Orum's back.
Mm-hmm.
She's unnerved by that. Makes her eye twitch. She hates it.
It's a dark memory, my dear.
Oh my god. Then
Shit. To keep something filled with such terrible memories so close. The wound will never heal.
why is he carrying it? It's cursed.
Maybe it's not Otohan that drove it through you. Maybe the blade drove Otohan. Wouldn't be my first foray with weapons of consciousness.
It's conscious. Do you think it could turn Orem?
I don't know.
Tell me you do.
I'd have to hold it first.
We certainly seem to be mingling with a lot of members of the Cerberus Assembly. You were one of them, right?
I was, once upon a time.
Did you know Ludinus?
I did.
What do I need to know?
He does not have friends. He surrounds himself with tools, things to be used.
You should help me more. We made a deal.
You should give me more, and I'll help you.
I creep towards the blade on Orm's back.
As you run your finger over it, where your finger runs along it, you see this faint trail of purple, like a blade that had been heated, but it's a purple hue instead of an orange, and it just fades slowly after. It hums with power, with history, with lives lost and blood spilled. This blade was made long before Odahan wielded it.
Sick.
Tell me. Is it sentient?
You have to wield it. for me to know.
Here's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Before I do this. Nothing beats like a good solid night's sleep with some blackout curtains. I'm gonna cast darkness on the room.
Okay.
Magical darkness.
Oh my god.
The room fills to complete umbra.
I take like my spindly hands in the back of my fingers, and I just run it almost like an X-Acto knife, like the sharpest blade, down the vines and cast Wither and Bloom on the vines.
That's fucking cool.
The first thing that catches your attention, Orem, is the feeling of air being pulled from your lungs and this like burning sensation along your back and shoulders. You come to consciousness to blindness.
I would spin up onto my legs as I pulled Seedling out, and I would do a full circle with the blade.
Shield.
So you strike outward into nowhere, and your blade hits something, but it scrapes off of it like you hit like a stone wall or something.
And as soon as I feel that, then with the second two attacks,
one heavy swipe catches you and sends you flying back 10 feet into the wall. A loud impact of wood, which starts to wrestle all of you from your slumber.
I mage hand the sword.
In the shadow, as you do the strikes there and you prepare, you hear the sound going. All of a sudden, you feel the blade dislodge from your back.
Oh my god.
So you pull it towards you. You have it in your grasp.
Oh my god.
I say in my head, tell me.
Yes. It must be destroyed. Can I?
This will protect Orem.
I think that's 6 seconds. By now, I would attack again.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so that is 19 to hit.
The darkness vanishes. And as you all are like grabbing your equipment and getting out of bed, you kind of looking around, Orem, you're getting ready to do your next strike. And you look up and you see up in the corner, crouched, climbing across the ceiling, skittering, Laudna, eyes wide and black. You see her clutching in her hand, Ishta.
I have seen her look hungry over enemies before, and I will switch to bonus action, and from Seedling send out a grasping vine to Ishta to pull it back to me.
I drop down.
You want to tell me what the fuck is going on?
You're not safe.
I don't feel very safe.
That sword will corrupt you. Just like it corrupted Uran.
Excuse me? Get involved, anybody, at any time.
I'm trying.
Laudna, what makes you think that?
I sensed it.
You sensed it?
It's an evil presence.
You sensed it, or
I sensed it.
Well then, Orem, put the sword down.
why are you attacking her?
Why are you holding it? The audacity of you walking into this room, holding that blade, wielding that blade. It should be cast into the depths of the Lucidian Ocean. You want to wield it.
I'm gonna need a little more clarification than that, Laudna.
What more clarification do you need? I am telling you, it is a cursed sword. You saw your husband speared upon it. You saw me speared upon it. And you think wielding it is the correct choice to make.
I think putting it through the gut of the man who caused every single thing you just cited happen makes sense to me.
Why do you need it? You have Seedling. You're perfectly well equipped.
You're right.
Why do you want it?
And it vines back on my back. Why do I need the help of some dark force?
This is starting to feel a little hurtful. Can we just take a minute here, please?
Orm, if Laudna says that it's a corrupted sword, maybe it's not safe to carry it.
I can be convinced,
Let's have somebody look at it.
but I need convincing.
Somebody that can identify it. Maybe Esset can do it. Maybe we can go back to Pumat.
And you know what's not very convincing? Is being attacked in the middle of the night.
I didn't attack you.
Pulls down his shirt, and there is a black bruise from the spell that she cast on him.
It was a mere incidental. I was trying to remove it from your sheath.
I'm going to gently walk over to Laudna. I'm going to gently put my hands on your shoulders, and I'm going to lean into your ear. Start with, I'm sorry.
You want me to apologize?
For hurting him. Nothing more. Nothing else. Everything else is on the table.
I'm fine to be wrong, but let's just talk about it. Let's let that be the opening gambit.
I didn't mean to hurt you. That's the truth. That is the truth. But I find it to be quite a mockery and a slap in the face that you walk in with it on your back without any consultation with the rest of us.
May I?
Maybe you can give me the sword.
FCG taught me how to identify so I can...
You know how to do it?
Yeah, I do.
That's great. You'd be able to tell.
Please do.
I will place it on a table in the room next to Fern.
Gingerly pick it up and just kind of look at Orem and Laudna and cast Identify.
Indeed, this is Ishta, the Summit Blade, a legendary saber. You can feel within it a long history of death at its edge. It is a bloody blade.
Can I tell from that if it feels like there's a sentience to it?
You don't sense any, sentience from the blade. You just sense the history.
I mean, this blade feels very dark. I can't tell if there's any... This is a history of taking a lot of lives. It's very sad. I don't know what else to say.
I'd be curious what Chet had to say about it. I would think that.
I'm gonna go over to Chet.
Yeah, you wake him up. He'll prefer
Hit him with
that.
my hug. Hey, wake up!
Who kicked me?
Wake up!
What time is it?
It's not time to get up yet.
Are we
Just
leaving?
for a minute. No. There's a little bit of a problem, a little bit of an issue. Can you look at this? You beautiful mind it, please.
I'll take it.
You grasp the blade in your hand, and you see flashes of sparks of the hammer shaping it. You see the one finishing its blade edge with a whetstone, meticulously crafting it. They hold up the blade to inspect it and smile as they are run through, and the person behind them grasps it, the one who asked it be made. You then see flashes. 1, 2, 3, 10, 20, 50. Life after life after life being cut down. Splashes of blood. You see different hands grasping it, hearing laughter and joyous bloodlust. You feel hundreds of lives lost in a matter of seconds. And as those flashes continue through, it begins to slow down, and you feel people wandering through hallways. You see the edge of Zephyra. You see Zephyrin soldiers being cut down left and right. You see the blade sinking itself into Keyleth, but her blasting back. You see the blade carving through Fern, through Orem, through Laudna. You see the blade carving through all of you. And you. You live in a matter of seconds the dozens of lives that were ended by this. And you come back to consciousness.
Whoa.
Next time you're doing that in the fucking bathtub.
That's so funny.
Put on the bloody bib. That'll make you feel better.
I'm gonna put it
Wait,
back down.
no, Chad! Wait, Chad! I kick him again. What? Stay up. What?
That was horrible. That was the longest one yet. I'm getting so much better at it. I guess.
Wait, what's it?
Don't you close your eyes.
What?
What'd you see?
That blade is just death. All it's ever known is death, and pain and suffering, and so many lives, indiscriminate. We all fell to it. Keyleth. It's horrible. But there's no, what you call it? Sentient?
I wasn't lying.
I just didn't know if it had like a life.
It's cursed.
It might be cursed. It's certainly really good at what it does. And fucking hell, that was a... Everybody got crackers?
Lon, I don't even really need to touch on the weight that you carry. I've already made a deal with Fern's grandmother to help us do the things that we have to do.
Then give it to me. Let me take it in and destroy it. I was felled by this blade.
So was I.
I walk over and fucking close the drafty ass window.
What do you mean, take it in? What do you mean, take it in and destroy it? You mean use the harness?
You can do incredible things. All of you can. And it was only a handful of hours ago that we were talking about how impossible
Why do you need it?
it will be to handle Ludinus. I don't have.
Whether it's in your hands or in my body, what does it matter? We're both fighting Ludinus. If I take it in, it's destroyed.
With the harness.
Yes. It ends the cycle.
Well, anyone could take it in with the harness.
Man, it sounds like semantics to me, Alana. You
It
can carry it in
ends
energy,
the
or I can
cycle
carry it
of
in
the
my hand.
blade. Let me take it in. Why do you care so much?
Does anyone want to tell her why I care so much?
You wield a blade gifted by the voice of the Tempest. And you want this wretched thing? It should be destroyed. Its energy repurposed.
Blades for my family, first. Second, I'm not giving up the blade that my family gave me. I'm saving the other one. For him. My life is not about revenge. It is about making sure that we finish this.
I think you should keep it. It's just a thing. I'm so tired of things having control over us. You two are friends. It was his to possess, and you tried to steal it from him.
It was not his to possess.
It is just a thing.
You didn't watch Odahan cut down Laudna, or Chet, or Orem, or Fern with that blade.
Would it have mattered if she cut him down with a hand axe or a stick from the street? It was not the thing that did the action, it was the person. It does not matter.
I mage hands the sword.
I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna try to pull it away from you.
You feel the presence of Delilah's want pushing through you. That hunger, that drive just pushing to your fingertips.
Laudna,
But she does not have control. The choice is yours.
let it go.
Why?
Because I don't think it's you that wants this. I don't understand why you want to take this sword and absorb it if it's so cursed. Why do you want it to be a part of you?
I release my grip.
Onto the table.
Can I make a suggestion? If you look over, just spinning in my fingers is Scream Needle. It's no sword. But maybe it's a half measure? Orm keeps the sword, though. I agree it's his to do with as he chooses. Laudna. He's lost more than we have. And I trust him. But I also trust you.
Thank you. But do not ever speak to me about loss again. And I leave.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow, because I've lost her before in this exact situation.
Where are you off to, Laudna?
I saw a spider climb on.
Mm-hmm.
I go out the fucking window.
She skitters out.
I'm gonna cast Fly and follow her out.
You climb up to the top of the Lodge of the Eclipse. Here, the light of Katha is still kind of coasting down here in the moonlight. You stand on top and you hold in your hand Scream Needle, the other blade that carved its way through you and your friends.
Form of dread.
Describe to me how your form of dread operates.
It's just Delilah.
You fly up. As you float above, you look down where Laudna stands up. You see the high collar emerge. You see the pointed shoulders and the dress fall to the ground. This energy kind of just, dark tendrils kind of swirl off across the ground. As for a moment, you swear you just see Delilah standing there with the dagger in her hand.
Sick.
Just floating above and looking at her from behind.
Take the dagger, I spin it, insert it into my chest.
Do you pursue? Do you just stay there? What do you do?
I watch it happen.
You watch it happen. As she kind of turns around towards you, the blade in the chest, you do see Laudna's face within, clutching the blade there, and where it hits.
The glimpses when you get of Laudna's faces. Profound sadness.
From where the wound of this blade is, you see this purple light kind of like a pulse. A second time. And now when it emerges, you see tendrils of deep purple energy rise out of the wound and grasp the blade. And you watch as it pulls itself into Laudna's torso. Where it vanishes, you see that remaining kind of somewhat twisting tether of purplish energy, like tiny fingers trying to grasp and move. And as it draws in, you hear an exhale that is not Laudna's. You see almost like a shadow cast across her body that takes form around her, like she's in a Laudna or in a Delilah cage.
Can I reach out and put my hands on either side of your face?
What?
Why'd you give her more power?
It must be done. For you. For us. The fate of the world. What else do I have to give? Except for myself.
You didn't have to do this. We fought so hard. I love you.
I love you.
The collar folds away.
I love you. What makes you think that might have changed? I love you.
The shadows withdraw.
Why are you looking at me like that?
She holds more power than you led us to believe.
I didn't lie to you. I've never lied to you. I've never lied to you. I love you. Do you still love me?
I'll always love you, Laudna. I just don't know what to do with it.
I've always been a lot.
That's scary.
Mm-hmm. Still more fun than scary, right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it.
I'm just gonna hug you and hold the back of your head.
I just bury my face into her hair.
Here on the darkened rooftop, under the white, pale light of Catha, on the eve before you leave into the unknown frozen waste to the north.
I didn't mean it.
You hold each other. In pain, in love, and concern. That's where I end tonight's episode.
Oh.